A new program was developed for the terminal during the firewall restart that can simulate a miniature nuclear reactor with normal functions anywhere in the surface world. This eliminates the need to search for data singularities, making operations more convenient. Due to extended firewall restart time, network defenses were weakened, allowing an unprecedented virus attack. This resulted in more alienated people on the surface and increased difficulty in restoring network isolation at lower levels. During the firewall attack investigation, no evidence of forged communications was found across 3 network checks. The lack of external attacks suggests the concerning possibility that someone within the grid, likely from Haygard, was responsible. Internal debates rage in Haygard regarding the Fantasy Tower construction. Different factions have emerged. The Yuanang faction supports rebuilding, while conservatives oppose it due to fears about Yuanang technology. The grid stagnation has created opportunities for power struggles. The enemy shows sophisticated understanding of network rules, avoiding firewall triggers while causing disruption. The solution proposed is to use network rules to track them, potentially with help from skilled hackers who were previously aided. A message revealed that Mora and Anko are hiding in the Star Island building. Due to TMAX monitoring communications, the message had to be relayed indirectly. Plans were made to meet them while maintaining caution about potential traps. Analysis suggests the enemy likely has no established relationships in Yaxia and extensive knowledge of current operations. The priority remains rescuing Grey Fox to uncover the source of fake communications. A dramatic escape sequence is revealed where bugs helped facilitate an escape before TMAX could intervene. Communications were monitored, necessitating careful coordination of the hiding location. Information emerges about bugs, significant influence in the Ashai underworld, with many willing to provide assistance when requested. Despite a typically gentle demeanor, Bugs commands considerable respect and power in underground circles. Efforts to locate Grey Fox have proven unsuccessful, despite thorough checks of computer records, communications, and inquiries through various gang networks and underground channels. The situation regarding Grey Fox remains unclear, with no commissions received and no contact made. Lusis is still hospitalized, showing signs of improvement but remains unconscious. There are plans to wake Lusis using medical intervention rather than waiting for natural recovery, despite potential objections from Roslyn. Due to the Acres team obtaining citywide surveillance rights from the Sheriff's Department, the group must use abandoned underground passages to avoid detection. The passages are noted to be complex and easy to get lost in, requiring careful navigation and staying together. A revelation occurs regarding Team X, consisting of senior agents and veterans except for one airborne sentry. The situation involves a deposit payment of $500,000 made on Wednesday for a commission that was not completed, leading to changes in delegation and command structure. It is revealed that Asrata is actually Phantom, the employer who commissioned Wednesday to steal the 049 files from Aurora. The commission carried a significant payment, but resulted in complications involving federal government pursuit and misunderstandings regarding Miss Enola. Further details emerge about the $1 million commission and its connection to protecting Agria, Grey Fox, from late-night work. The situation involves complex family dynamics, particularly concerning a father figure referred to as the old man who has placed Agria under house arrest. Communications with Todd Zhongyuan reveal an elaborate household structure with multiple butlers, including Frey and Henderson. The conversation highlights the complexity of the family's organizational structure and their extensive property holdings. A plan to rescue Agria is formulated, utilizing knowledge of the family's property holdings and butler system. The location is determined to be a new seaside villa where Henderson serves as housekeeper. The rescue operation requires cooperation between multiple parties despite trust issues. The final phase of the plan is set in motion with acknowledgement of the risks involved. The situation is complicated by team dynamics and professional tensions, particularly regarding leadership and competence questions. The operation proceeds despite these challenges. A complex deception unfolds as it becomes clear there was never any intention to rescue the Gray Fox. This was actually an elaborate trap targeting Wednesday, as Nora had suspected. The situation involves proving the ability to restore alienated people as part of a larger plan to negotiate with Secretary General Gila. TMAX is revealed to be a covert group that handles incidents involving alienated people, including eliminating them and erasing related information from networks. They also restrict insider access when necessary. The discussion reveals sensitive details about classified operations and protocols. A negotiation plan emerges involving the documentation of restoring alienated people. This valuable secret would be traded to secure Wednesday's pardon. The Todd family aims to gain prominence within the Federation through this exchange. However, doubts exist about the genuine ability to restore alienated people. A critical situation develops regarding containment of alienated people. A restoration method is proposed, but requires time to implement. Meanwhile, the National Defense Force becomes involved, complicating matters. The E-virus situation escalates beyond manageable levels. The 5th Air and Space Assault Team of the United Defense Forces arrives to handle a Rift body contact mission. They encounter a Void Girl pursuing a Fortress-level hollow body. The situation involves complex military protocols and identification procedures in a hyperspace area. Commander Antolia expresses interest in technology enabling movement between hyperspace and real world. Questions arise about the origin and authorization of this technology. The discussion reveals tensions between different factions and raises concerns about illegal research. Commander Antolia formally introduces herself as leader of the 2nd Combined Defense Forces Army and Disaster Response Force. The Operation Reshaping Reality is revealed to be underway in hyperspace. A researcher from Haygard Division 4 discusses advanced original energy technology. The narrative reaches a crucial point regarding identity and trust. Discussions about saving Sally and complex relationships between surface world and bottom world communications emerge. Questions about authorization and human-machine loops across networks raise significant security implications. A meeting takes place where Antolia, commander of the 2nd Army Joint Defense Forces and Space-Time Disaster Response Force, introduces herself. Her primary responsibility is leading defense forces to eliminate void entities and prevent spatial-temporal mutations. She mentions extensive collaboration with Lacan, citing 71 joint operations. An authorized network representative, vetted by Haygard, explains their mission to repair the virus-infected partition network and restore its functionality. Their additional goal is to revive their companion Sully. The current year is confirmed as 2713. Discussion centers on Yuanang technology and its potential role in addressing the aftermath of Aida. A crucial revelation emerges about the hollow body's inability to be permanently eliminated. A plan is proposed requiring cooperation between worlds to completely remove the hollow body threat. The solution involves meeting with Kira, the Federation leader in the surface world, to reopen the hyperspace doorway. A dramatic shift occurs as previous interactions are revealed to be part of a performance. Discussion turns to compensation of 500,000 yuan and subsequent hostile intentions. A confrontation develops involving potential violence and motorcycle-related threats. Logistics are arranged including helicopter transport and security measures. The discussion reveals complex political dynamics involving Chilua and recent changes affecting Kira's influence. Detailed protection arrangements for Agrea are outlined. Negotiations continue regarding cooperation terms, focusing on resolving federal wanted orders and rescuing Grey Fox. The Fantasy Tower meeting with Secretary General Kira is discussed, with emphasis on minimizing risk to Anko and Nora. Unexpected developments occur with Grey Fox's appearance. The situation involves helicopter transport and Chiros, revealing deviations from original agreements. This leads to tension regarding trust and promised arrangements. Complex motivations behind various actions are revealed, including plans regarding Wednesday group and federal prison arrangements. Discussion centers on protecting identities and managing relationships with authority figures. The conversation concludes with significant revelations about alien-related matters and their broader implications for Aida. The researcher's importance is emphasized, though specific details remain withheld. The exchange ends with observations about leadership similarities and personal concerns. A tense situation unfolds where individuals are planning to meet with Secretary General Kira. The group receives instructions to wait at a tavern with a serious warning about returning. Yang, Kira's assistant, arrives to escort them to an immediate meeting, insisting the entire group must stay together. There is evident anxiety about entering the Ashai Fantasy Tower, known for its exceptional security that surpasses even federal agencies. The security level is noted to be extremely high, with special agents like Merrill being among the Federation's elite. Despite the intimidating environment, some reassurance is offered about not needing to fear the security forces. Administrative matters are handled regarding meeting documents for a smart city project. Specific instructions are given about document preparation, including making 4 copies with particular formatting requirements and delivery deadlines. The documents need to be ready by 10 a.m. the following morning. The group is split up, with some members directed to Secretary General Gila's office, while others are detained in a separate office. This arrangement is recognized as a form of house arrest, though preferable to the underground prison facilities within the Fantasy Tower. A crucial meeting occurs with Secretary General Gila, involving negotiations about wanted individuals and the restoration of alienated people. The discussion reveals tensions regarding Team X's mission and the handling of O49 information. Strategic positioning and leverage are key elements in the conversation. The situation evolves with the introduction of a significant badge connected to hyperspace exploration. The badge, named Future Norn, symbolizes humanity's discovery of higher dimensions through Comet Mora. This revelation leads to discussions about the relationship between hyperspace and current threats. Critical information is shared about the invasion of Aida's hyperspace by entities called tracers, resulting in widespread alienation. This phenomenon is identified as a space-time disaster threatening to transform Star Aida into an earthly purgatory, requiring intervention through hyperspace. The conversation continues with details about the Reshape Reality plan, designed to address the tracer threat. The plan is described using a metaphor comparing the world to a calm lake, where human dimensional energy experiments disturb powerful forces beneath the surface, leading to dangerous consequences. A discussion begins about meta-energy experiments and their ability to attract tracers, which can cause mutations in creatures within range. This led to the implementation of the Yuan Energy Experiment Prohibition Act. Despite the huge commercial value of Yuaneng technology, illegal experiments continued through facilities like Shudel Circle and Aurora Laboratory. The Shudel Circle experienced a time-space mutation disaster after illegally tampering with their elemental energy reactor monitoring system. These reactors create singularities in space-time, though not all experiments result in mutations, as demonstrated at Aurora Laboratory. This is due to containment efforts led by Antolia as part of a reality reshaping plan. The space-time disaster response force operates like fishing boats in hyperspace, monitoring and eliminating hollow bodies before they can cause mutations. They work to reshape affected areas and contain mutated creatures in designated zones like Yaxia and underground facilities until the areas can be restored to normal. The ultimate goal is not complete elimination of hollow bodies, but preventing their expansion to maintain normal human society. Containment buys time for the third step of restoration, a planned global time-space review that would allow Aida to return to before the disasters began. The risks of the grand backtracking plan are discussed, acknowledging that while the consequences of failure are unknown, it remains the only solution with any chance of success. The Federation has conducted extensive AI-assisted experiments to validate this approach. The Federation deliberately kept information about the time-space disasters secret to prevent panic and social collapse. While this led to some casualties, it was deemed necessary to maintain order and gather resources for the plan. This included controlling communication channels and promoting legislation through careful manipulation. The narrative shifts to discuss a member named Nora, who was identified as a former member of the SADF covert operations. Her case involves lost memories and efforts to retrieve her personnel information, though much of it remains classified. A positive development is announced regarding Wednesday receiving a formal pardon, marking a new chapter for the organization. This news brings relief to various members, particularly Enka, who had been worried about recent events. The conversation moves to investigating a suspicious communication involving a fake voice impersonation. This leads to a discussion about network security and an unsuccessful attempt to infiltrate Fantasy Tower systems. Nora receives SADF archives containing information about her past as a Defense Force member. While the files confirm her involvement in secret missions, they provide limited insight into her personal history and fail to trigger any memory recovery. The process of searching for memories requires patience and time for proper processing. This acknowledgement leads to an understanding of the significance of taking necessary time to accomplish thorough results. Der Spiegel and Diandian columns have noticed an increase in miraculous events, putting strain on the Federation. Growing public skepticism suggests the Federation may be concealing important information. These supernatural occurrences have led to significant concern about their true nature. The search for Antolia's artifacts before entering hyperspace continues, with some promising leads requiring verification. Time constraints are pressing as the Divine Realm's door has already opened, creating urgency in the investigation. The plan requires additional believers for success. Complications arise regarding Shudel, with daily protests concerning Aida's compensation. The seized yuan and halted energy experiments have primarily resulted in traffic congestion near accident sites. Concerns about Meryl's files require immediate attention for cleanup. The Yuan energy reactor control situation directly affects Shudel Yuan's safety. Delays in T5 research have created critical timing issues as the Divine Realm's door approaches. Federal adjustment plans demand immediate response. Alchemists and scholars are instructed to halt research and destroy all data. The Fantasy Tower provides security, though authorization access remains strictly limited. Major modifications to Blue Planet's plans are imminent. Instructions emphasize maintaining a low profile while awaiting divine guidance. Preparation for significant changes is essential. Investigation into communication forgery continues without concrete leads. Surprising discoveries suggest the Federation's previous efforts to save Aida were more substantial than initially believed, indicating possible misunderstandings about their involvement. Trust and discretion are emphasized regarding grid access and sensitive information. Actions are justified as necessary measures for protecting Sally and Grid, highlighting the critical nature of these preservation efforts.